First of all, what is SharePoint? It's a software that's installed on a server, and a server serves, well, basically either your company internally, where people can access that software, or externally, like a website. They also referred to them as SharePoint sites. So first of all, internally, they would call it intranet, spelled with an A, meaning that only you and those people at your company or place of business can actually access this server to be able to upload applications like Excel, PowerPoint, or Access. Once you upload it to the server, everybody else it serves, hence the name server, with the password has access to it and can be able to share your applications, hence the SharePoint name. That means that if I go ahead and I upload a table here or the whole database to the SharePoint server, then other people who have access to it with their passwords can actually log on, can make changes even to my tables or Excel spreadsheets and then save it. And then I can log back on to the SharePoint site and go, okay, I like those changes, and then download them to my computer here. I can even work offline, which means that when I download it and I'm not connected to the SharePoint server, I make all my changes, and then when I sync up or reconnect, I can actually upload my updates to the SharePoint server, and so can everybody else. So it's just a way of updating and collaborating over the internet without having to email this application or this database back and forth. Now I said intranet because it can be used internally, or you can do it over the internet, have a third-party company host the software for you, and I don't know, pay like $20, $50, or $100 a month. You'll have to find out what plan works right for you. And then that way they have a secure site that you can go to and upload your database or your tables, and then just give everybody else access to it with their password. They'll go to the same site or SharePoint site and be able to download your updates, or actually online make changes to the updates I made, and then once they're done they log off and I can download those updates from the SharePoint site. Okay, first thing we want to do is to be able to export one of our tables from off my computer here up to the SharePoint site so I can share. Well, let's look at Tim's contacts here, double click on it. I've got all of Tim's contacts and I want to be able to share it with everybody else that has access to the SharePoint site. And then they can go ahead and update or add to Tim's contacts or take away accordingly. I mean, that's the whole point of sharing, right? So to upload this or export this to the SharePoint site, I'm going to go ahead and close out of here. Make sure I have my table selected. And then come up here, click on the External Data tab, go to the Export group and click on SharePoint List. It's really simple. All you have to do is just specify the SharePoint site. In other words, my site is hosted externally. It's on the internet. I'm paying somebody to actually host this, and so I'll go ahead and type in the URL or the Uniform Resource Locator. And then down below I can specify a name for this. It's going to be the default Tim's Contacts for the Tim Contacts table, which is fine, and then any description I want to add, which I don't care for at the moment. So first of all, what website, where's my SharePoint site? It is http://df.securespsites.com. That's it. I mean, of course, you also need a username and password. Make sure you get that from your IT person, as well as the site to upload this to, and then just click OK. So there's my username, and then my password is, of course, I'm not going to tell you, right? And then I can check remember my password and click OK. And then give it, I don't know how long or how fast your internet connection is. And then it says to open the list when finished, so it goes right to the site. I have to log in again. Talk about security, right? And then I'll go ahead and check remember my password, click OK. And there it is. Pretty much what you see here is going to be the same for you when you use your SharePoint software. I mean, it's just like Access or Excel. It's pretty uniform. I mean, your IT guy can set it up differently, but the layout's pretty much going to be the same. You're going to have your Home tab, your navigation pane over to the left, and then over to the right. In this case, it took me right to Tim's Contacts. And here's the, if you notice up here, here's the address. You have the team site, and then on the team site below, or at the next level, which I'm in right now, is Tim's Contacts. Okay, it's doing some more updates. The internet's a little bit slow here. But once it's installed or updated, if somebody else had the same name or uploaded the same table before I did, mine would have been uploaded as Tim Contacts 1, and then if somebody else uploaded that table, the same table, it'd be Tim's Contacts 2, 3, 4, and 5. So thank goodness if it sees a duplicate, it'll add the extension of like an auto number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can do a few things here, like for example, click on the drop down arrow, show, filter out, sort ascending, descending. Let's do descending. And then you can do it by last name. We can sort ascending, descending. I mean, you got a lot of functionality. Well, as good as it's going to get for being a web-based application, SharePoint, being able to take your data and allow you to sort it and filter it and so on. And then, of course, make some changes here. Maybe delete the S from Wiggums, and then you can see the little pencil there, it wants to write it. So if I click off in another record, it actually updates it and saves it, okay? And of course, we'll cover this a little bit later on. But for right now, I wanted to show you how to upload a table. Now, anybody else who accesses this site, the SharePoint site, can come in and make changes here and also export it. And we'll cover that later on as well. Now, if I go to the Home tab here, there's many different folders you can upload your database and tables to, and this was one of them I uploaded a little bit earlier. It's the Table Analyzer. Now this Table Analyzer got dumped into the shared documents, which would make sense, right? If I come up here and I click on the Documents link, there's the shared documents, click on that, and there's the Table Analyzer. That's where it's dumped into. I can click on the lists over here. Again, I'm using my navigation pane. And then over to the right, we've got our announcements, calendar, links, and things like that. We also have Tim's contacts, which it would have been nice if we could have uploaded this right into the shared documents and not have it sit out here. But if I click on it, Tim's contacts, it'll open it up. So, you want to be careful where you're going to dump these things or upload them to. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel, get notified of the latest videos, and for only $2 a month, you can have access to all my Microsoft Office training videos.